What's up, everybody? This is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Coming to you tonight, yes, faceless. I was supposed to be out, but then something had happened, right? Okay. So then I then came back to the house. So I had to do this really quickly or I leave out again. So guess what? Donald Trump and his wife have you know what? You know what I'm saying? The cough, okay? And so with that being said, folks, your girl has been very, very careful. But currently at our office, one person on our staff did catch the coughs, and we isolated her. We sent her home. I even sent the other worker home because he had been exposed, and it was just down to 2 out of the 5 workers at the office. So I'm good. I'm not scared or worried about catching it, but I thought it was important to share that yes, he has the cough. Now, what's tonight about? Tonight's show is brought to you by some inspired reading and discussion among friends about the book Powernomics by Claude Anderson. Also, I listened to a really great podcast a friend had made, and it was about envy. And I was like, this is perfect. I've got to talk about it really quickly. So, on this show, we're going to be talking about how wealth is created. If you're new here, my name is Erica Williams of the Classy Climb blog, author of the Smartphone Millionaire book, How to Invest in People, Businesses, and Real Estate from the Palm of Your Hand. If you're new here, we always start the show out by dropping your city and state. We thank you for coming tonight. I think it'll be really great. So here we go. Now, I'm going to read y'all a quote. Now, I am showing you on the screen a few websites that I want to share with y'all in our discussion tonight because I ain't going to be here all night, but I want to share with you because I think it's important, okay? So, when you share the city and state, it gives me an idea of where the podcast will show or YouTube is reaching, okay? So, anyway, let me read you this, okay? Where does wealth come from? Now, again, you guys don't take offense here. Some of this is from Powernomics. It's speaking to a particular audience. If that's not you, it's all good. Since Black America's primary problem is the lack of wealth, then a primary part of the solution must be for Blacks to gain wealth. We must learn alternative ways wealth is created and how to capitalize on human need and desires to gain wealth. Can everybody hear me right? Can you hear me? Just put a 1 in the comments, make sure it sounds good. Now I'm going to skip a few spots and I'm going to get down here. We must remember that all roads do not lead to wealth. There are 2 basic methods to achieve wealth. First, it can be created. Okay, so number 1, created, or it can be acquired through redistribution. Okay. Don't forget that. Number 1, created, and number 2, redistribution. It's very difficult to earn wealth or acquire it by working a job. A job is designed to maintain a worker from payday to payday, to keep workers 1 week away from welfare or unemployment lines. But what is wealth? In earlier chapters, we learned that wealth is the fruit of any labor that is stored and used to satisfy human desires and needs. Wealth can be acquired through inheritance, reparations, or profit from someone else's labor. That means somebody else's money, okay? Okay, y'all. The less a worker is paid for labor, the more wealth the owner of the business or land gains. Now, we can go through all kinds of conversations about this, but at the end of the day, wealth is created or it's recycled. Now, if you didn't watch my previous videos, I talked about people are so concerned about Donald Trump, and I said he's not avoiding taxes. He's got over 30,000 to 40,000 people working for him at any given time. So money is moving around, right? Because those people do what? They go eat, they pay taxes, they do all kind of stuff. So the book that I'm reading from, since you guys are commenting, I'm going to say it one more time. The books, and there's 60 of us here, so make sure y'all hit the like button. The book I'm reading from is called Powernomics, Claude Anderson, The National Plan to Empower Black America. I just thought that section, because the name of the show tonight is How is Wealth Created, was perfect for that. Again, now you guys know I always talk about all roads lead to real estate, and as someone saying in the comments, land. Very correct. But anyway, I'm going to just a little pause moment here. In celebration of the last 90 days of 2020, I have a special going on where instead of it being $500, it's $120.50. There's a whole little story back behind there, but it'll be that for the first 30 people. After the first 30 people, my VA knows to change the code in Calendly. So yeah, you grab it when you can. I also sent this out to the email list, so he knows to change it. Alan and Enrique will change it as soon as it hits 30. So that's for you guys. But again, so as soon as I know, and I have on the screen a couple different websites, you're gonna see here live stock wealth. You're gonna see yieldstreet.com on the screen. You're gonna see some different stuff on the screen. I hope it's gonna play. I'm not certain. And I want to talk about how wealth is really created. You either create many businesses. Now, what do I say many business? I don't mean many like MANY. I mean many as in micro, small, manageable for one, and buying streams of income. Now, I get it. There was somebody's show the other day I listened to, and they, it hit a nerve because they were like, oh, they ain't got no employees. They've been in business for 10 years and they ain't got no employees. I know men right now who own multiple rental properties, and the only employee they have is their property manager. Okay. And so there are different ways for everyone to have a business. Now, is it a problem or problematic if you have no employees? I think so. I think the burnout factor's there. I think you lean on your spouse heavy if it's not there. Ever since I hired more staff, I realized how much more I need to give to them so that I have freedom on Friday night to wear my nice dress and go out and eat tacos. Not the wrong tacos, because I think I ate the wrong tacos. So that's why I'm back at the house. But it gives you this power to not only help others, but grow your vision. Because at some point, I'm going to leave that office, right? But the staff is going to keep growing the vision of the Classy Climb so it can help thousands of people break out, invest, create wealth for themselves, have opportunities for their children, and learn new things. So that's part of that. Okay. And so when I say that, I always take offense when someone knocks someone's small little business, because all it takes is for that person to realize one day, instead of burning myself out, I need to hire some VAs or somebody, or also to stop filling their life with work. Now, I get it. People get offended, but I was watching Meet Kevin in a conversation with him and Graham Stephan, and they were like, man, you're always working. You making $1 million a month, man. What are you doing? And it becomes his life. It becomes a filler of life. And for me, that's not the goal, baby. The goal was to get financially secure enough to have children, for me and my spouse to go on vacations and it not be oh, honey, we're going to be able to go to Utah? Are we going to be able to go on a ski trip? No, it was to have casual conversations that I saw of a family friend have with their family. When I was growing up, we had family friends who they went on vacations, they did trips. Their father was never stressed about it. One, he owned a bunch of rentals in Fayetteville, but two, because he had already made this plans. You know what I'm saying? He'd already created that wealth. Okay. So with that being said, there's a podcast that I've shared on the Instagram of a friend. It's called The Bloom Podcast. It's on Spotify. You can find it most places. And it was just basically this part she said. This is how God's blessed you. And how can you give back? Right? Whatever that talent is, whatever that skill is, you've been blessed with that. And how can you give it back? The most thing that causes us envy in our lives is we think someone's out there living an easy, pain-free life. Okay? I'm going to say that again real quick. I hope y'all can hear me here. We struggle with, this is how God's blessed you, and how can I give back? We struggle with thinking that somewhere people are out there living an easy, pain-free life. People have gone out here and got drunk on Instagram that people are living well, right? And I'll even go, and it's a lack mentality is ultimately what it is. Now, I'll even go a little bit deeper. You have people out here hating their lives, hating themselves, hating their body, hating their position in life because they're out here watching Instagram and Facebook with pictures that are only a snapshot of 20 seconds. Okay? We don't know. We don't even know. Listen, the saddest thing that you can they showed was the guy who murdered his wife and his 2 kids. I think it's 3 kids actually in Colorado, and he was going to run off and dye his hair. And he was just weird, right? He had hundreds. They had hundreds of Facebook pictures, happy, laughing, just hundreds. And people are like, he must be a psycho. Because how? They have so many happy pictures. Again, it's just a snapshot in time. Okay. We don't know the daily struggles other people are going through. We don't know how financially secure other people are. We have no clue. Now, when we compare ourselves, that's high school, that's middle school. We're adults now. And the problem is we either are comparing ourselves too low to make ourselves feel better, or we're comparing ourselves in the wrong way. Now, what do I mean? I've seen people go, well, at least I'm not doing bad as is her, a single mom with these kids. But baby, focus on yourself. Right? Oh, I'm a this, I'm a that. I'm a man with no kids. But you're also a man living in a house with just one chair and eating chili. See, we got to let that go. You're comparing yourself to someone who's homeless on the street saying, thank God I got something. That's the wrong mindset. Now, I'm going to bring this point out. Long term, I talked about it. I don't know if I can put it up here, this article, but I talked about for 2 years now that women were going home. Women were going home, and everybody's like, oh, Erica, these women ain't going home, strong, independent women. No, you're wrong. Marriage is going to go up. Women are going to go home, and people call it. This is 2020, October 2nd. Erica Williams said this. I'm actually writing a book with a ghostwriter right now. And it's going to be a little bit of a conservative book. So, brace yourself. You can hate me. You can move away from the channel. You can do all those things. And I'm okay with it. But the point of why I'm bringing it up is the pendulum always swings back. It doesn't stay one way for long. That's not how that works. So you have these women out here having strokes, having heart attacks, passing out at jobs letting them go. They're about to go postal. Listen. Okay, there's a whole blog I'm getting ready to create talking about your body, talking about vitamins and multivitamins and different things you can use and holistic stuff because of the trends I've been seeing, because the conversations I'm having with people. They're eating crap every day. They're drinking soda every day. And they're like, I feel terrible, girl. My hair falling out. It must be this perm. It can't be that I'm just not drinking enough water, right? So there's a lot of little micro businesses that I'm in the process of creating that don't require me to be in an office, that really won't require physical staff. It can be remote staff. And I'm doing it for various reasons, okay? Now, let's talk about what you see on the screen. Now I'm going to look over some of y'all comments. Happy Friday out of the DFW for Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. Again, you guys, our sponsors of the show, Annette's Worth, okay? Andre Hatchett's Mobile Notary School. Also, we have Todd Capital's classes. Again, how do we get power? How do we get power? Ownership, owning things. I have a video. I think it's about 5 minutes. I'm looking for Peter to get it done. It's essentially a video on home ownership, Black home ownership, and why it's lacking. And it's not a one answer. Oh, it's redlining. Now, I did purposely watch several videos where the mortgage companies just made these people jump through hoops. I have my own personal story on that. But it's other factors that add to it. So look out for that video coming here soon. He should have that done. Somebody has Madam Logic Bomb Dropper. Okay, that's a fun one. Trump has 2 things working against him. He's elderly and out of shape. He might not make it. Oh, well, listen, that man eats McDonald's every day. And let me tell you something. My great uncle, he outlived 14 siblings. And all he drank was Diet Pepsi in North Carolina and eat a lot of pork sandwiches. And so I don't know if he's going to be sick or not make it. But I'm pretty sure if anybody can make it, it's going to be Trump. Okay, they're going to give him whatever they got to give him and kick him up. Now, many of you know my dislike for Walter Reed and the treatment of my mother after her brain surgery. But that's another story for another day. What about economics? Hey, man, what's up? More DFW. Thank you, visitors from Maryland, Miami, Dubai. Listen, I'm trying to go with the urban camp group to Dubai. Townsend, Maryland. Okay. Just bought that book. Congratulations. Santa Clara. Okay. Wealth comes from land ownership. Listen, I not only do I say all roads lead to real estate and people get mad, I go, my whole focus, my whole pivot for the rest of 2020, 2021, 22, 23 is land, acquiring land. I can do whatever I want with further out in the rural areas. I live here in Austin, Texas, and I can tell you the growth, right? Some people came for a conference. Can't tell too much of the business. They came to see if they were going to put a conference here in Austin. And they were downtown in June, and it was nothing down there. It was like a ghost town down there. You know why? Because all the growth is in the suburbs. Now, I even have another video that's coming out. I don't know when Peter going to get these videos done, but he better get them moving. I have another video coming out that has me driving around downtown Austin to show y'all the difference in the people. And I talk about how I was literally kind of shook, honestly, because Austin always has the traffic. It always has the people. It's an outdoor city. Like, I moved here because I'm a person that needs sunshine and outdoor weather. Majority of the year, I'm kind of a seasonal, like I get seasonally emotional. And I need that. I need the sunlight. And so I'm in an outdoor city, and to see an outdoor city lack people outdoors, it's creepy. It's creepy. But the suburbs, they popping. Round Rock, Pflugerville, all the walking trails are popping. All the domain out here is popping. They out here. They outside living their best life. But today, I was down there, dressed very nicely. I'm very sad about it now. I went out there and I was on let me be quiet on that. But I was at a restaurant with somebody, and long and the story short, we were there, me and him were there, and it was like packed. And I'm glad he was like, get here early. Let's go ahead and get here and get this happy hour. Cause I think he's a little cheap, but I ain't worried about that. I appreciate him. Got there early, eating, the snacks, and got the little discount before 6:30 hit, and then it's a wrap. And I was enjoying it. And I was like, look how many people are out here. I totally just want to stay around and hang out down here. But something, I don't know if it was the oysters or the other food, something in the seafood is not doing me right, y'all. So I am here at the house. I took a Benadryl. I'm just not going to go back out. I think I better sit still. So part of all that story is seeing Austin full of people on Friday, Saturday, Sunday already lets me know a lot of these people I'm seeing are suburb people. They're not the people that live downtown, because a lot of downtown's empty. But here's the saving grace for Austin, which I'll save some of that for the video, is we have NASCAR coming now to Austin, Texas, the 360 racetrack, because we built all these condos and $1 million homes for the international people that were coming for the Indy 1 races, which is big money. Let me tell y'all, big money. Girls were literally trying to move here so they could get their blonde Dallas hair on at these Indy races. Okay. And that changed. So now we have NASCAR coming. So it'll be a different type of audience for sure. It'll be silly, but it'll be good. It'll be good stuff. So let me keep going. The art of becoming more. I had this conversation with my friend last night. People think your life is easy and you got it lucky. They want your results, but not the work it takes. Yes, there was a post that this guy posted and it went viral. He said, why are so many single people not married or not together? It seems like there's a ton of single people searching for people and they ain't married. So people just throwing up conversations. And I can tell you, when you look here on YouTube, these people are not looking up. And I'm just being honest. If you are a man and you want to go on about your life, you want to go fishing, hunting, whatever, you want to go enjoy your life, go hiking, why are you looking at a video about single mamas? Because subconsciously, you want the woman, okay? Not that woman, not the baby mama, but you want a woman, okay? All these channels about dressing better, it's a form of, subconsciously now, acceptance. How can I be accepted into the group? How can I be seen as more attractive, more successful? These are all status things. Same thing with women. All these women with these femininity channels. How can I be accepted into the group? How can I be more likable? How can I attract men? You know, that's what these come from, right? And there's a book I'm writing on it, but again, it's going to go all together in the conversation of 1 in 4 women are going home. And people are like, oh, men's salaries are going to jack up through the roof. Not necessarily. That's a very old school micro economics look at things. But what will happen is men are notoriously known for asking for raises. So people are going to be asking for those raises. Okay. They're going to ask for them. And they most likely going to get them. And a lot of these women, if they're smart, will be home and chill out. Okay, Dane Christopher, that's a way to look at Bernie Madoff for sure. Opulence, excellence. Indeed, ABM. Are you talking about angry? What is that? ABM? Who's ABM? Angry black man? Who is that? Let me know what ABM means. Okay. You can do or be anything you want in this world, but first you must become the person who deserves it. Okay. Now I'm gonna finish this show up in a little bit here because I know there's other people getting ready to put their shows on the internet. I ain't trying to compete with them. Okay. Luckily we kept our grandfather's house in the family. Good, Dominic Griffin. You got to keep it. All right, Elena Wells. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Stop it, Dane. We have a troll in here. Someone who's so desperate of being in here. Where are our moderators at? Hold on. Don't worry, I'll get you out of here. Block user. There you go. You're blocked. That's just it, Dane. There is coming some NASCAR. That's just it. I don't know if you've seen the news, but it's coming. So yeah, anytime people in here acting crazy, y'all go ahead and block them. I have to give some people some arm wrenches today. Thank you. I appreciate it. Pro Style, you know what? I'm going to have to make y'all mods when I go back to the other side because it's not letting me. They love dragging single moms as if somebody's forcing them to date them. Facts. What? Hey. Thank you. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. Thank you, Trav. Watched your start over video a few times. Appreciate the advice, Bixes. I'm telling y'all, a lot of it is people don't want to start over because they're scared people are going to judge them. That's what they're scared of. They're scared people are going to judge them and people are going to judge them harshly. So thank you, Trav. Thank you, Trav, for supporting the show. We are going to go ahead and go on to the topic. Okay, so how do we create wealth? Now, again, what did I tell y'all? We're buying streams. I'm going to leave Trav up there because he is a great supporter of the show. And now we're going to start over here. So one of the ways you can, now I want y'all to see, I just did this for a test. I typed in stimulus check and boy, it keeps going. Y'all are so, hundreds of thousands of videos. Y'all serious about this. So what I'm thinking is people need hope, right? They're not looking up stimulus checks and they're not creating these videos out of nowhere. Part of why I'm showing this is this guy. This guy was talking about all kind of random stuff. Now I'm gonna go to his videos and I'm gonna show y'all. And a lot of them have increased because people watch his channel, but I'm gonna put the date at the oldest. Okay. 7 years ago, he had videos that are 200 views, 200 views, 200 views. He's like me, 200 views, 150 views, 150 views forever, right? Now, what had happened was he started talking about the stimulus. And y'all, the algorithm Skynet blessed him with 724,000 subscribers. So does trendy pay off? It does. Talking about trendy topics does pay off. So as much as people like, yeah, meet Kevin, I'm like, this guy right here is the silent thunder that many people haven't been paying attention to. They haven't been paying attention, but he's been up there. He has just, I want y'all to check it out on your own. But yeah, he literally 1.2 million views on this one video here. And this guy's wife probably 7 years ago, like, I wish my husband stopped making these damn YouTube videos. But now look at him. Look out, she all up in the videos. Girl, get out the video. Let that man have that video. But yeah, I brought that up just to show you that life can change, and making micro businesses or making a YouTube business when people make fun of it is powerful. You can be trendy right now. Let me see if I can find it without, I'm gonna have to type out a cuss word. It's called I'm not even joking. Yeah, here it is. This is one of those channels. The guy just made it this year in April, and all it talks about is stimulus. And he's got 155,000 subscribers. Look at his title. I'm not going to keep cussing over there, but as you can see, the title, it was supposed to be about real estate, finance, and stimulus. Really, it was supposed to be about real estate. And because all he does is, let me do the video thing like this. Okay. Nothing but stimulus talk, y'all. 68,000 views, 102,000 views. And what he's smart to do is keep the thumbnails exactly the same. Don't change a thing. So if any of you are in my YouTube class, we'll talk about him this week. And he's an example of like, if the algorithm likes it, just keeps doing it. Now, if you go back and you look at my channel, there was a video that went viral. It went 130,000 views. It was like 3 reasons why Blacks aren't wealthy. If I made a video every day like that, I would have 1 million subscribers. Why? Because it liked it for whatever reason. And the crazy part is everybody was like, yo, Erica, you see you on the first page of YouTube? I said, yeah, I see it. But I don't want to make that video every day. I just don't. So anyway, okay. So back onto what I was saying. So YouTube, again, viable business option. Don't overlook it. So this right here is Empire Flippers. Now there's another website we can go to, Flippa, and I'll put it up here. Okay. And this is just people selling their online business. Now, if I were you, I'm going to tell you, if I were you, I would only buy stuff that are blog related. E-commerce or blog related. Why? Because out of the long stream of things, this is going to be your best bet. Right? And don't ask for me to go to those long drawn out reasons. Again, if you want to get the coupon code, we can talk about 30 minutes for what, 120. I think I made it 120 first 30 people. I think is there even a code? No, there's no code. You just click the link. So anyway, but there's a whole reasoning and a whole training I went to on this, and you can look at some of these prices are crazy, right? You're like, I'm not paying $1 million, so let's go low. Let's go lowest prices, right? Let's see what the lowest. Okay, so somebody's selling their channel for equipment for 14 grand, right? 17 grand, 23 grand. You could buy that. That channel makes $1,000 a month. Now at this point, you got to keep it making $1,000 a month. That's that part that people don't really talk about. Okay. So coupons, automotive. And again, here's my thoughts. It's for me, and I know I'm different than other people. I would just start a blog and start now that I know somebody who's great at SEO. So I'm starting 2 new blogs, and she's going to be very happy. Starting a blog and raising the traffic myself. But I know some people are like, Erica, I ain't got time for that. So again, Empire Flippers is a great example. You can go in here, get you a cheap website here. This one's 14 grand. You're only going to get $650 a month. But tell me where you can get those kind of deals from. All right. Business is only a year and 10 months old. You get everything. The Instagram, you get everything. So apparently this is a lead gen business. Again, and a VA that manages the phone calls. Do your due diligence. Do your due diligence is what I'm going to say on that. But yeah, there's there's probably for those of you in here, if you really want to look at this, you can. And this is called Empire Flippers. There's another website called Flippa. See if I put that up here. Flippa. It's Flippa. It's the website where you buy. There we go. Flippa. #1 marketplace. I love how they try to say that. We're the #1. Baby, Empire Flippers is trying to be #1, but okay, cool. Say you're #1. Now you got to go over here. All right. Look at what they have to sell. Confidential. What you're going to have a ton of that. But again, go on here and browse. People sell their blogs, their websites, their everything. Content, I go blog. Okay. All right. This guy makes, $7,000 a month from this blog. $2,800 a month from the blog. Again, read these, look at these. It's something to think about, because sometimes people are like, Erica, I want to, buy a truck or buy a house or I just wish the guarantees. There are none. None of these things are guarantees. But again, we just talked about it from the book we read at the beginning of the segment. You can either create wealth or redistribute it. Now, next, what I'm going to say, again, another alternative site for y'all is, close some of this out, is buybizsell.com. We've talked about that several times on this platform and this channel. We've conversated about it. You can sell your business on here. Now, listen, I personally went through person to person, right? Person to person. I don't have a broker in it. We just have lawyers in it. And I'm going to tell you right now, girl, I wish I had a broker, because these folks is getting on my nerves with every little question and demand and everything. It's like, look, you want to sell this or not? You selling this or not? So they are selling it, but it's like every little question, because there's not necessarily a business broker there to talk them through it. Okay. So anyway, here's this. Youth sports, established highly profitable youth sports in Dallas. Why? Right? The owner's retiring. I would just get a bunch of young, fitness guys in there, run that gas station available. Right? Again, there's all kind of stuff. Again, you can buy these businesses or you can start them. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Okay? And that's just an example for that. Now, next, let's say, Erica, I ain't trying to buy no businesses, girl. I ain't got time. I just ain't got time. I like my job. I make good money from my job. And I want to invest. Cool. Let's get on out of here then. Scram. Now, this right here, patch of land, and before I get a bunch of comments, once this video renders, yes, I know patch of land switched to credited investor. I'm sorry. I'm just sharing what I do, okay? It ain't for everybody, okay? So, but as an example, invest, get get 20% in as little 12 months, because you have a lot of house flippers in here on this, and get funded as little as 7 days, okay? And when people talk to me about, Erica, real estate, there ain't no money out here, there are still money out here. Okay, there's still money out here. It's going all in the air. You just have to determine where you're going to be at. So again, if you're going to be a borrower, again, they call you. I'm gonna just tell you this: they call you quickly. If you put your information down, I'm just telling you, it's a pretty much like, yeah, you turn this paperwork in and we can get you funded in 7 days for real. But be about your stuff. So anyway, it's a really good one. Fundrise for more of the audience. The $500, free yourself for $500. I think I saw Glendon post a thing about $500 to $100,000. If you go look on YouTube, there is a lot of videos like that. I'd be like, y'all smoking that good stuff. I don't know what it is, but y'all smoking it. So again, Fundrise is a great opportunity. But again, a lot of these are slower investments that you're going to get 5 to 10% from. And it's going to be years of you just getting drops of money. And that's truly where wealth is created. See, people don't want to hear that. But having 100 different little streams of income trickle in every month, it ain't killer money, but it's consistent money. You dig what I'm saying? And people get into lifestyle inflation, essentially, where I made more money at my job, and then they just spend instead of saying, man, this job is only to keep me from being homeless on the street. So let me take $1,000 out of my paycheck every month and put it somewhere, right? So again, that's all I'm saying. And they don't just stick it all in one project. They spread it across a couple projects so you don't lose all your stuff. Okay. Next, this one is Yield Street. As long as I remember, Yield Street is still it's for a regular, not accredited, unless it's switched. Yield Street is income focus, transparent, low stock market correlation. Again, right here. Let me just show you right here. Let's say passive income stimulator, because a lot of y'all ask, Erica, where can I put money? And I'm like, baby, if I could go back in time, I'll show you so many things. Okay, so let's say somebody has $10,000 for their annual investment amount. They're going to select it to stay in there for 24 months. Okay. And they're going to get around a rate of 12%. Now, what are they going to get back? $3,600 in interest payments, right? They're getting 300, 300, 300, 300, 600, 600, 600. So this is a more consistent. Okay. I'm not, nothing's guaranteed. But again, more consistent opportunity. They invest in marine, water-based things, art, other asset classes. Could be anything. Okay. Now I'm gonna keep going. Can I keep going? Put a 1 in the comments if I can keep going. If this is helpful. If it ain't helpful, shoot, I'll go and lay down on this couch. Okay, because the Benadryl's hitting. Okay. But yeah, you can just play this around, right? Because let's say you got 160K you want to drop it with them. You're going to get 57,000 over 24 months. See, but that's that patience. See, a lot of people want to, oh man, I'm going to take this 100 racks and I'm going to make it $1 million. And that's how people get you. Every day of the week, that's how they get you, baby. They get you because they know you impatient. They get you because they know you ain't never handled no money before. Okay? So let's say it's 6 months. Now, for 6 months at 160,000, you're gonna get $9,000. But if you wait 24 months, you're gonna get $57,000. Do you see the difference? Let's even go further. You're gonna be patient for 5 years. You're gonna get $192,000. You know, the patience factor. Do you have it? Can you control it? Can you be patient? Can you take the ebbs and flows? Can y'all see this? I know this trap thing is in the way. Let me pull it up like this. Can y'all see it like this? Hold on, I'm gonna fix it. So I don't know if y'all can see. Thank you, Trav, again for supporting the channel. Hit the like button, baby. Okay, can y'all see it? Can you see it? Put a 1 in the comments. Can you see it? Okay. Anyway, and so yeah, you just move around, play with it here. Again, what kind of time you got? Excuse me. Live stock wealth. I really like this one. Pride Farming Wealth. You guys know overseas it is vastly different. The investment opportunities and how much stuff costs to start, right? So $1,000, can start a whole farm, right? And so here's some stuff. And again, we're going to translate the money over here. Again, macadamia nut tree, free range ox, pregnant cow, connected garden, right? Some are 6 years, some are 6 months, some are 12 months. And look at the returns. Okay. Now let's go here, and this is a legit thing. Copy. How it works. Okay, you can go read about it. Lots of articles. Lots of people. This is a great way. This is better than another one I'm not going to talk about because the other one is charging some of these farmers really crazy, ridiculous rates. But this is just, they got to take care of the animals. They want to get paid. Okay. This is Johannesburg, South Africa. Okay? Johannesburg. And I'm saying that with a terrible accent. You're probably like, please stop, Erica. It's terrible. But I do what I want here. So let's go. Let's go. Money translator. What is it? Money converter. Yeah, money converter. I'm going to put in here this, paste it. Okay. South African money. What is South African money even called? Oh, there it is. Perfect. Did I do that right? I don't think I did. Hold on. What was it? It was invest. I'm sorry. Invest 11,524. Okay. Oopsie. 11,524 equals $698. American money. Cool. Cool. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. We just want to do that just to clarify. And that's for free aux trades for 6 months, 5 to 7% interest. Boom, 6 months, you got your money back, you out of there. Get on out the door, right? It's just a great opportunity. Because if you look at the book, Alternative Investments, that's the big one. And ground floor, again, ground floor, we started here. Financial freedom. What is it worth to you? Invest, rebuild, earn. Right now, own a piece of ground floor. Since 2018, 3,400 shareholders have invested over $14 million in ground floor to help fuel and continue growth, deliver our mission to democratize. Whatever, y'all. Real estate investments for the masses. There you go. I apologize. Coughing in your ear. But as you can see, you can also invest here. You can also borrow from them. I'm thinking about making a wifey resume video to Umar Johnson to see if I can get some YouTube coins. Atlanta Angel, do it, girl. Who do I want to hate me? Never got my stimulus. So I have to put stimulus with comics and gaming then. Listen, these people's stimulus is wearing me out. Marketing 101, say you're number one even when you aren't. Facts. Is it good or bad to have a broker? It just depends on the deal. You want a level of trust there. My friend selling his lawn service for a large sum. Then they turned around and gave him a position and resources and salary to manage it. There you go. Money does not disappear, it just moves around different times. I notice whenever there's a recession, there's a lot of construction. No, Mr. McCoy, I would not. At this point in the journey for me, I really want to Dvest. I only want to work with a few people, JV deals, if that. And I'm going to buy a few businesses and land. That's my only future things I want to do now. Acre Trader. Yep. There's a lot of them. Mo A, you need to study. Study what works best for you. Oh, thank you, Dave Porter. For sure. Like, I think that Benadryl kicking in, y'all. Oh my goodness. Okay, so but yeah, this came out of me just saying you either buy multiple streams of income, or you're creating mini businesses, little tiny micro businesses that can help you get ahead. Because if not, your job is only going to pay you enough. So your boss ain't got to do it. Your job is going to pay you enough to, you can do just enough. You can live just enough. You won't be homeless, but you won't be making a ton of money. And so I think people get lost in that they think my job should be paying me more. And it's like, yeah, nah, not really. Brother Ben X does a really good talk about digital real estate. I like it. I think he does a good job. He was kicked off YouTube and then he came back on YouTube. So I'm proud of him for that because, 40 million views just go away. I'd be a little hot if I was him. But, it don't, one thing don't stop no show. That's all. But again, you can check him out on your own. And the reason I like him is he brought up that the Nation of Islam has a whole farm. And I'll show that. And then I'll kind of wrap it up here. There we go. Basically, the Fox News, the biggest reason people even know about this farm, excuse me, is Fox News was like, they get farm subsidies. And of course, they had to come out and be like, okay, you're lying. You's lying. So anyway, let's go to the farm part. Ministry of Agriculture. Okay, hold on, I'll show y'all. And they have straight up have a farm, y'all. And you can actually support it. Because again, I'm gonna read this, but it's not my belief. What do you have stored in your house for the day of want? For those of you who know what I'm talking about, what I'm talking about. Anyway, as you can see, ignore all that. I'm basically just trying to show you that they sell, they show staple goods. So, yeah, I think it was some seafood at the place we were at. And I didn't want the guy to think I was flaking on him, but I was like, y'all, this something wrong. My throat scratchy, something's wrong. So I hope it came home to Benadryl. View their staples. Here we go. So y'all can see they have whole wheat flour. They have cream of whole wheat. They have beans, sugar, rice. And people are like, Erica, why are you showing this? Because I want to show you land is power. Land is wealth. The money. This is where real money comes from when you make things and create things. Okay. So I just want to share this because I think people think, oh, Erica being dramatic. But again, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you to make $10K a month. And I kind of want to do a little mini course called $10K a month. Let me show you how. The digital version, but I don't know. I think I do too much now. So anyways, I just want to show you that. I think you want to support it. They even got the applesauces. 12 jars. Applesauce and coffee. So again, figure out what you want to do. Do you want to buy some of these websites and cut some of the startup labor, startup headache? What do you want to do? How do you want to do it? This is the best way. Buying these streams: Yield Street, Fundrise, Patch of Land, Empire Flippers, starting a YouTube channel. This isn't just me selling courses. I'm literally telling you what's going to free you in the next couple of years. When you see 1 in 4 women go home, you thought there was a bunch of femininity channels. Now, honey, you're going to be sick of femininity channels that can be coming out your ears, so much of them, okay? So that's all I'm going to say. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's a lot. Thank y'all so much. I really am. I am going to have to get off here because I think my throat's getting worse. So anyways, you guys, this is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. The book we were reading from earlier was the Powernomics, Claude Anderson. Again, definitely check out all of our affiliates that support the channel: Annette's Worth, Todd Capital, Zion Beard Care, okay, Money Madoo. All of them have been wonderful. They've all helped grow the channel, help support. And I got to show y'all this video real quick so I can get out of here for a laugh. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if it'll do it. Okay. Zion Beard Care. Here we go. So this AM1 recorded this, and it was funny. I'm gonna show the video he wants to. Anyway, Zion Beard Care is super helpful to the channel. We just want to give him a little shout out there. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the channel. Thank you again, Trav, for the $50 super chat supporting the channel. And again, those of you who in the next week supporting the last 90 days in 2020, we'll be having 30-minute consultations for $120 instead of $500. When it hits 30 people, the staff will cut it off for me. So, all right, you guys, this is your girl Erica, Classic Climb blog. It's been real. Y'all have a good night.